What's up, everyone? Welcome to the December 7th edition of DraftKings Tournament Plays brought to you by BetMGM. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoney DFS. We have an 11-game NBA slate to look at tonight. As always, we're going to take a look at 5 of the top tournament options using the Boom Bust tool on the Stokastic.com website. But first, click the link in the description below, sign up, and make a deposit at BetMGM. Place a real money wager and receive a risk-free first bet up to $1,000 in addition to 2 free months of Stokastic Plus Platinum. Click that link in the description below to take advantage of this offer from BetMGM. Now, as a reminder, we do have plenty of injury news that we're waiting on today. There's going to be things that change between now and lock, so be sure to tune in to the deeper dive and live before lock shows starting at 4:45 p.m. Eastern for more up-to-date information. But with the way things currently stand right now, coming in at number 5, Steven Adams, $5,500 price tag, projected for 7% ownership with a 10% chance of being in the optimal lineup on DraftKings. He's likely to give you 29 to 30 minutes tonight against Oklahoma City as long as the game is competitive. And Oklahoma City has been one of the worst defensive rebounding teams in the league this year. They have the 28th best defensive rebounding percentage in the league. Steven Adams leads the league in offensive rebounds per game. It sets up as a really nice spot for Adams to be able to get some additional offense stemming from his ability to get offensive rebounds here against Oklahoma City. Number 4, Kevin Durant, $10,700 price tag, small forward and power forward eligible. There should be no shortage of value tonight as there are several teams that are very shorthanded. Durant is projected for 7% ownership with a 10% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Going back to the start of last season, Durant has played 20 games without Ben Simmons or James Harden active when Kyrie Irving has been active. In those games, Durant has averaged 1.41 DraftKings points per minute, and he's likely to give you around 37 minutes tonight. Number 3, Ja Morant, $10,600 price tag, point guard only on DraftKings. He is back tonight after resting in Memphis's most recent game. He's projected for 9% ownership with an 11% chance of being in the optimal lineup. In 8 games this year without Desmond Bane and with Jaren Jackson, Morant has averaged 1.52 DraftKings points per minute in 33.7 minutes per game. Number 2, sticking with the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson is also returning tonight for Memphis. He's $7,100 with power forward and center eligibility. In the 8 games that he has played with Ja Morant active and without Desmond Bane, Jackson has averaged 1.36 DraftKings points per minute in 26.3 minutes per game. He's projected for 8% ownership with a 12% chance of being in the optimal lineup. And number 1, Markelle Fultz, just $5,200 tonight for the Magic with point guard and shooting guard eligibility. Fultz is projected for 12% ownership with an 18% chance of being in the optimal lineup. He's averaged 0.97 DraftKings points per minute since returning from injury so far this season and 1.17 DraftKings points per minute since the start of last season. Fultz played 32 minutes in his most recent game, and expecting him to be around 30 minutes tonight makes a lot of sense. So he is projected to go a little bit under-owned for what is too cheap of a price tag. So to recap, the top 5 tournament options as things currently stand: number 5, Steven Adams; number 4, Kevin Durant; number 3, Ja Morant; number 2, Jaren Jackson; and number 1, Markelle Fultz.